Marcus, are you partial to a little G&T?
Yes!
Well, the quintessentially English drink is having something of a revival at the moment. Sales of gin are up, and it appears we're becoming more discerning when it comes to our tastes. Premium brands have seen their turnover double since 2009, and some distillers are making the spirit with new flavours, as well as the obligatory juniper. Here to tell us more, the only known female gin distiller in the world, Joanne Moore. So, I didn't realise there were so many. I'm going to look forward to working my way through them over the next few weeks. Tell us what gin is, intrinsically.
Well, essentially, gin is alcohol, which we flavour with lots of herbs, plants and spices, which collectively we call botanicals.
Yeah.
And the only herb that we have to put in there to legally define it as gin is juniper berries, which are here.
Ah, right. So it's juniper berries in alcohol make gin.
Yes, and they give gin those really perfume notes that most people recognise when they drink gin.
What's its history? Where did it come from?
It actually originates from Holland, and there was a Dutch doctor who realised that the healing properties of juniper berries helped with diuretic and stomach complaints, and they sold it in pharmacies to people with these complaints. And then the British troops got hold of it when they were fighting in the Low Countries, and they were given the gin to drink, and it helped calm their nerves when they were getting to battle, and that's where the phrase Dutch courage comes from.
Ah, as well. And Mother's Ruin, of course, doesn't come from there. That's a more practical thing.
No, we don't.
You've got a little... Is this how it's distilled?
Yes, so this is what we'd have in our laboratory, but this gives you an idea of what the still would look like in principle at the distillery.
Yeah.
So obviously our pot stills are made out of copper, and this is made out of glass.
And they're much bigger.
And a lot bigger, because you'd probably only get a small amount of gin, which is never a good thing. So the botanicals go in here, in the pot.
Yeah.
We heat it up, and we put the botanicals with spirit or alcohol and water. We heat it up. When we reach its boiling point for alcohol, the vapours will travel up the column, and they take all the beautiful flavours of the botanicals with it, so all the perfume notes.
So it condenses in there and drips in there, and then we drink what comes out.
And then you get gin.
Loads to choose from now, with different strengths, presumably. What do you look for in a good gin?
For good gin, for me, is you have to complement those perfume notes from the juniper.
Yeah.
And then, apart from that, you just got to get a really nice blend. It's like being a chef. You choose which ingredients you want, and you balance it to get a nice.
And these are your own blending. Bloom, that one there, and this one here.
Berkeley Square.
Berkeley Square.
And Greenalls.
Lovely. Well, we know the history now. I'm just about to go and taste some now, I think. How do you make the perfect G&T and other gin-based drinks? To tell us more, award-winning gin cocktail maker, Jill Saunders. Jill, lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thanks for having me.
I've got to know what makes the perfect gin and tonic, because of an evening, not every evening, but some evenings, I like a G&T. So,
who doesn't?
Yeah. What makes the best one? Can you make bad ones?
You can very easily make bad ones if you use poor quality ingredients, not enough ice, if you don't use kind of freshly bottled tonic water, things like that, flat tonic.
OK,
so I'm going to show you kind of
the
perfect serve.
One. Yeah.
So here we've got... But I'll give you a
little
sip. I don't want to keep you going thirsty. You know what? It's actually the reason it looks so big is because there's a lot of ice in there, and by using.
I shall remember that to tell the wife. The reason it looks so big is there's a lot of ice in there.
But that's a good thing, because the more ice you've got, the colder the drink's going to stay, and it's going to get less diluted. So I'm using lots of ice. I'm using a favourite gin of mine, Tanqueray, London Dry. And then I've got some fresh lime squeezed in there and Fever Tree tonic. So for me, that is how a G&T should be served.
By George, that's good. What's the quantities of gin versus tonic?
In this one, it's roughly 1 to 3.
So 3 parts gin, 1 part Sorry, 3 parts tonic, 1 part gin. OK, so that's the perfect gin and tonic.
Served in a cocoa glass, Spanish style.
Oh, that, right.
Yeah.
So can you show me a cocktail then?
Yes.
While I drink this.
I've actually made something especially for you, Alan. I was thinking, after a hard day's gardening, I've got this for you. And there's just one final touch. In fact, maybe you could do it for me. If you take this jug can you get to it from there? I just want you to pour down this little gap into the drink.
What's that then in
it's
there?
actually rose water.
Oh, right. Oh, look!
So now you've got this
dry
lovely
ice
roasting.
in there. What's in the mix and the
Basically,
drink?
I put some... in the drink, sorry. You've got, in this one, the Tanqueray gin again. You've got some Madeira wine.
I've got to sip this to this. No.
Yeah, try it through the straw.
I must be mad, mustn't I?
I work at the Beaufort Bar in the Savoy, and we do a lot of theatrical serves like this.
Oh,
we don't normally serve them in watering cans, though, I have to say. How do you like
I got
that?
the Savoy, I love it. It's very
Not
fruity.
in a watering can, no. We're a little bit more elegant, but...
So what are you calling this one?
This one is called Mr. T's Cobbler. And so, yeah, you've got gin, cider, which is a fairly new product
Mr.
to
T
me.
drinks anymore. This will be talking cobblers. Sorry.
Cider, which is a kind of cider infused with sloe gin berries, Madeira wine, some lemon, muddled orange and sugar.
I'm nodding as if I can remember. You can find out more information on the website. That's where I'll be going, itv.com/Alan. Deliciously fruity. My thanks to Jill Saunders and to Joanne Moore. Thank you, guys. Well, I've got the drink. All I need now is a bit of music. It's hard to believe that in 3 short years, my next guest has become one of the world's biggest recording artists. Her first 2 albums have shifted 14 million copies worldwide, and her third, Someone to Watch Over Me, is out today. We're delighted to welcome her back to the AT show, and this afternoon we have a real treat. She'll be performing not once, but